You should have been gone. Knowing how. Oh, sorry. Hey, it's Mighty Iris. Sorry, I didn't know we were recording. I'm in the studio. I'm about to call a superwoman. She was an investigator for 26 years, but decided to change it up one day, only to blow up on every social media platform by just being herself and sharing her nostalgic truth. Millions of followers later, she's now a business owner, podcaster. She has her own skincare company, boutique, t-shirt company. She's writing a book. She's currently living her rock star life on tour with her comedy team. Be sure to check them out, the Gen X Takeover Comedy Tour. It's a variety show that hits you with all the nostalgia and leaves you feeling more in touch with your inner teenager than you've ever felt. Yeah, so see, all you other Slim Sherrys are just imitating, so won't the real Slim Sherri please pick up? Please pick up. Please pick up. You like that? That came from my brain.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Sherri.
Hey, how are you?
Good, good. I'm Iris. It's so nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Sorry, I did try to call. It did just ring and ring and ring. I don't know. I thought it went to voicemail. It said that you weren't available. So you could just call me, and I'm glad you did.
Thank you so much for letting me do that. I've told the engineers we're working on it.
It's okay. It's no worries. Phones are, there was a time when your phone rang in your house and that was it. There was nothing else. It rang or it didn't. If you didn't want it to ring, you took it off the hook or you unplugged it. Smartphones have made us dumber.
Yeah.
They've made us dumber.
Yeah.
We used to have to memorize phone numbers. Now we don't. It just remembers everything for you. And so we're just dumber for it. But anyway, that's not what this interview is about.
No, I just want to get to know you, like straight up, Paul Abdul.
Well, there you go. That's me in a nutshell. I just sit around all day. Things that make me go,
That's you. Oh my God, you're a witch. Because I was waiting for my opportunity to say the things that make you go, You beat me to it.
That's my life. This is my life. I do this all day. I just sit around and think about things like that, and then I'm like, this is how my brain works, and I can't help it. I just think about stuff like that. I forget what was the video I made yesterday about the things they had us convinced were going to be really big deals when we were growing up, and stop, drop, and roll was one of them, and I've not used that move one time in my life. And if my time hasn't come yet, I'm not really sure I can stop, drop, and roll anymore. Like I'm just at a point where I'm like, the stopping part, okay, I got that down. Rolling, that might not be so hard. It's the dropping part I'm really worried about. I'm not sure I can do it fast enough. I'm probably going to die if I have to stop, drop, and roll now. The number of times that we had to practice that as kids, I'm like, that time could have maybe been better spent, actually on things that we use as adults, like where I put my phone or my reading glasses or my coffee all in the same hour. I play Marco Polo all day with everything in my house.
That in single file, I'd get trampled at a concert or something because no one's going to do single file if there's a fire or...
No.
They're going to run all over each other.
No, everybody just tramples. They just trample each other.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like, this is the things that we literally practice these things. And they had me convinced I was just going to be walking down the street and burst into flames. And I was going to need to know how to do this move. Yeah. And I'm sure it's important. I'm sure if I caught on fire, I would maybe remember to stop, drop, and roll. But, this is the stuff that goes through my brain. Yeah. And I do this all day.
I love that. I love that. Do you know what song was stuck in my head all day in your honor?
Which one?
Oh, Sherri.
I
can't hit the note.
Steve Perry wrote that song for me. He did. There's a few songs out there about me. There's a few Sherri songs, but that one's my favorite.
Does the DJ play that song for you on the tour?
No.
Oh,
no.
Damn.
I've never thought about having that be my opening song.
Ooh, yes.
Right now I come out to Slim Shady.
Yeah.
With a real Slim Shady thing. I come out to that, but I should maybe one day do Oh Sherri. I never thought about that. That would be... I should do that. I'm not this week's show when we're in San Antonio.
Yes.
We go on to Rancho Mirage. Yeah. So everybody changes their walkout songs all the time. So
yes. Okay. That's my request then, because I'll be in town. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, my sister's name is Krista, spelled the same way as your wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, she always gets so excited when she meets somebody who spells it the same way she does because it's apparently rare.
Yeah, no, everyone thinks it's a K, and then they say Crystal with an L, and it's
Which
no.
Which is so weird because I don't instinctually want to spell it with a K. I feel like Kristen, maybe I would want to spell with a K, but Krista, I don't know. It feels like it should start with a CH. Maybe it's because we've been together 20 years. And I just am like, I don't know any other way to spell it. But Krista, when she meets somebody that has the same name that's spelled the same way, she always gets so excited. She's like, oh, I don't really ever meet anybody that spells it that way. And I'm like, that seems weird.
It is rare,
that you spell it with a K. But anyway,
you are a gorgeous couple, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
You both have
we've
amazing
gotten better
hair.
With age. That's what I tell her. I'm like, what's that?
You both have amazing hair, too.
No, believe it or not, we both used to be platinum.
Ooh.
And then it got weird. Because I was like, one of us has to change our hair color. And it's funny because she was born with dark hair. I was born a blonde. And now we've like flip-flopped. She's a blonde. And I have dark hair with blue, of course, or purple, or whatever color I moved for at the time. For a while, we were both platinum, and I was like, okay, this is kind of weird when I look at family pictures. And people are like, are you guys sisters? Are you mother-daughter? I'm like, shut up.
No, but 20 years, congratulations. Were you friends first?
No. I was an investigator working in inner city Detroit when I met her. She grew up in Detroit and was playing rugby in Detroit. I didn't live in Detroit, but I worked there. And I'm glad that I did. I spent 5 years, I call it my tour duty, doing drug investigations in Detroit. And so I got lucky and met her there. Our second date, I took her to an armed robbery. So that was, I'm sure that was fate. She stayed.
Oh, good. That could be like a show, like a series. Oh, you should, because I know you have your podcast. Eventually, what if it turned into a series based on you both? That would be so cool.
We have so many stories. Like we probably could. People always are like, "You guys need your own show." That's why we started a podcast. But the tours had me so busy. We actually suck at it. We haven't recorded in a while, but we will. I believe it was fate because if somebody took me to an armed robbery on our second date, and now mind you, this was like inner city Detroit when Detroit was the most dangerous city in the country. So this wasn't exactly a place in Detroit that she would normally go. She grew up there, but that wasn't where she would find herself. So I took her because I had to go. I was like, I got to go. So you either have to come with me or I got to leave you. And so she came, and she's at an armed robbery with cops everywhere. And anyway, it was, she stayed. And so I was like, oh, this must be fate because not everybody would do that. Most people would be like, this bitch is crazy. This isn't going to work. But she did. She stayed. And 20 years later, we're still here. And like 3 cities later. So I am not in Detroit anymore. We left Detroit, went to Cincinnati, left Cincinnati and went to Atlanta. And now we've been in Atlanta for 14 years, I guess, this year. I think it's 14 years. Yeah.
Whoa, that is so cool. You were an investigator for, was it 26 years?
26 years of my life, yes. Most of my life.
And when was the switch to what you do now? How did that happen?
I quit my corporate job. It was 10 years ago, last November. I got burnt out and I was like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Whoa. And I quit and I didn't have a clue what I was going to do. And I told myself I had a year to figure it out. And if I didn't, I'd have to go back to work. And 10 years later, I own a couple businesses, a skincare company. I own a boutique. I own a T-shirt company. I'm on a tour. I'm a 4th owner of the Gen X Takeover. And I'm writing a book. I look at my own life and go, how do you have time to do all this? I don't. I just make it up as I go.
Yeah, that's so inspirational. My goodness. Oh, and you're a member of the 26 Club. You were born on the 26th. So was I.
I was born September 26th.
Woo! I'm a Pisces. I was born February 26th. Yeah.
I really think personally, I've said this. First of all, generations are made up. And they're just meant to like separate people, divide people. Generations are made up. I believe it. Originally, Gen X was 65 to 85. And then somewhere along the way, they scaled that back to 80. I personally feel like to 85, you guys really should be Gen X because you still grew up the way I did.
Yeah.
Very analog world. Computers were really just starting to
the floppy disks. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like in schools, and stuff like that. I mean, they were just really kind of coming on the scene. They were around, but they weren't mainstream. We didn't have cell phones. You guys still had analog TV and radio. And I really do feel like the 80 to 85 Zennials, you guys are really like a micro generation. It really got kind of a bad rap because not all of you, a lot of you kind of identify with Gen X.
Yeah.
And don't want to be labeled a millennial.
Exactly.
And then some they kind of deny being Gen X. I'm like, well, you realize you went through 1980. They're like, yeah, but I feel more millennial. And then you've got the opposite where you've got millennials who are like, yeah, I don't feel like a millennial at all. I feel very much Gen X. And I think a lot of that has to do with whether you had like older siblings or, but again, generations are made up. So, I tell people, just be whatever you want.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a millennial? Don't be a millennial. You want to be a Gen X? Be a Gen Xer. You want to be a Zennial? Be a Zennial. Who gives? Nobody cares. It's all made up.
I clung to my my Gen X like aunts and uncles, so that's why I'm all into Bobby Brown and Scorpions and Poison.
Yeah.
You know. Speaking of Gen Z, though, like generations, is there anything about Gen Z that you hate? And you probably have Gen Z children, so no offense.
I have Gen Alpha and Gen Z kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I still have 12. I have a 12 and 15-year-old at home.
Oh, okay.
So
is there anything you can't
I still
stand?
have these young people. All of it. No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Having teenage girls is like having a feral cat that lives in your house and only comes out to eat and hisses at you all the rest of the time. That's it. So I think the only thing I hate, I can't even say I hate it. I would say we're to blame for some reasons, is that they are not really good communicators. And I think that has to do with how they communicate, is that they've grown up in this digital world where they really lack the ability to have genuine face-to-face conversations. Like they'd rather my kids text me. Like, I'm right here.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Like, just come talk to me. And there's like this thing that was going around for a while where people were talking about the Gen Z stare, where like, you go get a coffee at Starbucks and there's a Gen Z person behind the register trying to take your order and they just stare at you, waiting for you to give your order. They just don't, they
don't say anything.
Because they're not, they've grown up doing all their communication and their writing and everything digital. And, we grew up having to have face-to-face conversations. You had to go knock on your friend's door if you wanted to play. These kids don't do that. My 12-year-old's best friend lives right across the street, and she'll be like, Aubrey's not answering her text message. We're supposed to play. I'm like, why don't you just go over there? And she's like, no, why would I do that? And I'm like, oh, she lives right across the street.
Yeah.
But it's not in their nature to go like knock on somebody's door or pick up a phone and call someone. My 12-year-old the other day was texting me from school. She didn't feel well. I'm like, well, go tell the teacher you need to go to the nurse. And she's like, I can't. They really are challenged to have like face-to-face conversations. They don't know how to do that. Technology is a lot to blame. They lack the ability to have like meaningful face-to-face conversations. So that's probably the one thing I despise. And the fact that they text me literally from like the next room.
With me, it's the vocabulary. I feel like they don't use their words, or they make up words that just don't make sense anymore. I'm like, use your words. Yeah. What is?
Well, that bothers me, but I am so used to it.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm so
You've
used
adapted.
to it with these 12 and 15-year-old. I've adapted. Like right now, the big thing is like 6'7", and I'm like, oh my God, if I hear 6'7" one more time,
why?
I'm gonna punch a hole in the wall. But it's like, and
I hope
when
they look back and they're embarrassed about that one.
But you know what? I remember as a kid, we had our own slang and our own things that we said that probably drove our parents crazy.
You're right.
So I don't really give it a lot of thought because I'm like, well, I remember, we had our own words that we also use.
That's a good point. Yeah.
That I can kind of remember my mom questioning some things, where it was just, and we thought it was hilarious that they didn't understand. And my kids think it's hilarious when I have to ask them, what does that mean? And they won't tell me. So I'm like, I think that's just, kids just do that.
Okay, you're right.
Every generation has like their own thing.
With you having screen calls and everything, you must have, how many notifications do you get on your Instagram daily? Does it hurt your head to even look?
I can't look at them all. I literally clear them. I'll go log in and clear them just so they get off my bubbles on my phone. Because sometimes, like, I logged into TikTok today and it was like 29,000 on my little bubble. And I was like, oh my God. So I go in there and clear it just so I don't have to look at it because it stresses me out.
Jeez.
But I can't read all the messages. I can't read all the comments. I literally, between all the platforms, I get thousands of messages and comments a day, and I just can't keep up with it. So
oh my God. When did you first notice that you started getting a lot of views? Like what video was it?
See, I've been doing it 4.5 years now. So it's probably about almost 4.5 years ago, a couple months after I started. I had made a video called The Sounds Only Gen X Years.
Oh, cool.
It was literally just like opening notes to songs we would all know, like a dog whistle, you know what I mean? Like you don't need to hear the whole song to know. And it was that video that went like viral, and I picked up like 40,000 followers a night or something like that. Cool. I did not expect it to do anything because the videos I'd been making before that were just like a slow go. Yeah. And then I went to bed and woke up the next day and looked at my phone. I'm like, what the? There's all these people that follow me and all these comments, and that video, hit a couple million views. And I was like,
holy
what
shit.
in the world? So that was like the first video that really put me kind of on the map. And that was on TikTok. And,
oh my goodness.
And then I started making more, Gen X content and stuff. And talking about how we grew up and
cool.
People
that is so cool.
People start telling your stories, and then there's in the comments going, I thought it was just me. Like, I thought that was just my story. I didn't realize that there were other people that lived like or grew up that way. And so you start to discover a community of people that are like, hey, we all have these similar kind of shared experiences. And that early on, there wasn't a lot of Gen Xers on the platforms. And then as they've slowly come on and they've found their tribe, if you will, or we've kind of reunited with the motorcycle gangs or whatever you would want to call us, when we were kids riding our bikes around. And it's kind of like that. It's very nostalgic and sort of this feeling of belonging. That's been very rewarding, to build a community and bring people together where they can share their experiences and similar experiences and tell their stories and feel seen and all that. So it's been great. That part is probably my favorite thing of all. Remember when we had you had to buy your cell phone minutes back in the day?
Yes, the minutes. Oh, God. Like yeah, I remember that. Yeah, the unlimited. Oh, my gosh. Ooh, so I want to exchange mixtapes with you. If we were to exchange mixtapes, what bands, what artists would I find on yours?
I would definitely have Prince, Michael Jackson, Madonna, Whitney Houston. New Edition. Journey would be on there.
Okay.
Pink. I mean, I'd have Adele, Stevie Nicks. Lisa.
Oh, I
Gosh,
love
there would be so
Lisa,
many.
Lisa.
I would have Eminem on mine.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Real Slim Sherri. But that name is not just an ode. When I was in Detroit, I worked in Detroit, my nickname was Slim Sherri because I covered the inner city and 8 Mile was part of my territory. So I got nicknamed Slim Sherri. And it just stuck with me, but it is really kind of like being my true self, real me. But anyway, I am a big Eminem fan. But I'd have Snoop Dogg on there, and I would have Missy Elliott.
Ooh, yeah.
Heart. I'd have some Motley Crue on there.
Ooh, awesome. Yeah.
Hotel California. I can't think of the name of the band at the moment. That would be
Eagles.
the song. At least that song would be. Thank you. Eagles. Styx. I mean, there's just so many. What would be on yours?
Oh, my God.
I heard Bobby Brown.
Oh, I love Bobby Brown. Like Lisa, Cover Girls. I mean, to the Smiths, Depeche Mode. I mean, there's just so many.
You have the best music.
Yeah. The 80s and 90s are my favorite. I DJ on the side. Those are my favorite decades to spin, I guess. Is that the word?
You know
spin?
why? Because they don't make music like that anymore.
Oh, no. I freak out.
Some people would say that's an old person talking, but it really is. Like when you look at the young people, what I think is interesting is that a lot of them enjoy our music more than their own. Like a lot of them are very into the 80s and 90s music because those 2 decades, I just don't think there will ever be 2 decades like it. And I think, you could pick one or the other. Some people are 80s or 90s. I like both. I grew up in the 80s and came of age in the 90s. So, they're very different experiences. But my kid got in the car this morning going to school and she turns on 80s music. And it's not because I shoved that down her throat growing up. They prefer it. You know why? The music was better. It was better than the stuff that came before it. I mean, there's some good 70s stuff, but when I go back and listen to the 60s and 50s and 40s, I'm not listening to that music.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, and as a kid, I didn't listen to it.
Yeah.
As a kid, I listened to my music. And now, these kids today, they're, even my Gen Alphas, they're listening to 80s and 90s because those, personally,
great.
I think, 2 best decades ever.
Yeah, they never die. I love that. And I'm even shocked when certain 2010s, like, let me think, Gautier or like The Killers, I'm still shocked that those kind of are standing the test of time. I thought it would cut off.
Yeah,
like
early 2000s.
Early 2000s are great.
Early.
Yes.
This later stuff, like it is rare that I am like, oh, I really like this new song. It's just not very often that I'm like, oh, that's a new song and I like it. I do like listening to current stuff, but I still find myself most often getting in the car, flipping through the radio stations, and I end up ending on the 80s or 90s because the other stuff is garbage.
Yeah. At this point, have you met Eminem yet? You probably get asked that all the freaking time. So I
haven't. I haven't.
Man.
I have not. He probably doesn't even know I exist. I have, however, met Lisa.
Oh, you have? Do you go to those freestyle concerts?
I celebrated her 60th birthday with her in New York City this year.
Oh, how did that happen?
I met her in Cancun. Oh. She's a huge fan of mine.
Oh.
I got invited to her birthday party in New York, and so I went and helped her celebrate her 60th birthday.
Holy, that is so freaking cool. Oh my God.
She's so awesome. She's so down to earth and just so, I actually got to go celebrate right when her biopic came out. I don't know if you've seen it, but she.
Yes, on YouTube, I think. Yeah, I saw it.
Yes. It's on Netflix. But yeah, her biopic had just come out and I met her and her Tony Minaj, which is her now manager, but has been a backup singer for her since when she came out in the 80s. And I met them down at an event in Cancun last November. They were down there performing, and I was down there performing. And she was like, "Oh my God, she loves me."
Oh
so they invited me to her birthday, which was awesome.
Oh, I bet that was a blast. My God, that's the dream.
She's really awesome. Very, very sweet. So sweet.
How has the crowd response been on the tour so far?
It's incredible. Like, I can't even describe to you the energy in those rooms. They're packed houses, first of all. Most of them are sold out. Not all of them, but the energy is always the same, whether it's sold out or not. It is this very nostalgic, the energy is electrifying. I can't describe it. When, we come out, we each have our comedy sets. Mm-hmm. It's not just a comedy show. It's kind of a comedy/variety show, which I think is really cool because
I love that.
We grew up on variety shows and they don't exist anymore. And so we've kind of brought a little bit of that back to the stage. So each of us do our set. It's about a 20-minute set apiece. And then we all come back out on the stage together and do the variety piece of it. And at the end of the night, the entire room is lit up with everybody's flashlights, like you're at a concert.
Oh, cool.
Everybody in that room feels alive. And that is why we do it, is we want everybody to walk out of there just feeling alive and remembering, the good times we had and that we're all still here. We've survived a lot of shit. Gen X, it's the Gen X takeover, but there's a lot of talking about things that we did when we were kids and that we endured, and we're all still here, and that's what matters. And it is an amazing response from the crowd. The number of people who come up to me either after the show or at a meet and greet and just want to hug me or shake my hand and tell me how much I've changed their life, or, I get them through their hard days. That is why I do it.
Yes. Oh, that's incredible. That's I can't wait to see it. Okay. Yeah.
I can't wait for you to see it. And I don't say that because I'm the one performing. It just really is an incredible night.
Yeah, no, I believe it. And it's on a Thursday, I want to say, here in San Antonio. So how funny, because as we get older, I need a request the next day off just because I
need
get
like 2 business
lazy.
days to recover.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There was a time you could like party all night and then go home, shower, and go to work with no sleep. Now, we need like 2 full business days to recover.
Yes.
A lot of our shows, we try, if we can, depending on the venue, to get them to do them a little bit earlier because we know people want to be home and in bed in their pajamas at least by 9 o'clock. But that doesn't always work out for us. Sometimes the venue, they know their crowd and they want, an 8 o'clock show or whatever. But for the most part, we try to have like a 7 o'clock show. So maybe we're done by 9:30 and you can head home. We recognize our audience would prefer to be at home in their pajamas at 9 o'clock at night. They still turn out for us and they still have an amazing time.
On that note, before I let you go, something that makes you laugh as we get older. I'll go first. The groans that I do, I don't even hurt. But when I get up from my chair or get out of my car, I go, ugh. And that's something I never used to do. That makes me laugh out loud. I'm like, I'm not that old, but yet I'm like making those noises when I get up from my chair.
So if you want me to go next, everything about this phase of my life is funny. I laugh at everything, whether that's the 20 pair of reading glasses that I have, even though my eyes are still 20/20. I can't see the tiny words. And what's even funnier is I feel like they've made the font like a size 1. And nobody can read it. But anyway, I spend half my day using my Apple Watch to find my phone, which often is in my back pocket. So that's funny. The noises my joints make when I move, when I get out of the chair or get up in the morning. And the fact that sleeping has become a contact sport. I find that hilarious. Like, why do I go to bed and wake up injured? I don't know.
Oh, my gosh.
But I find these things to be hilarious because all you can do is laugh, or I would probably cry.
Yeah, I leave things in the fridge sometimes, my remote. Like I'll take things with me and then I'm like getting back to bed and where's the remote? Okay, I left it in the fridge. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, the things I lose, my reading glasses, my coffee, my keys, my phone, my memory. I don't know why I walked into a room half the time. It's stuff like that I just
How did I get here? Yeah.
Why am I here? What was I doing? I don't even know. And half the time I was looking for my phone, but I forgot I was looking for my phone. These are the things that do literally make me laugh out loud because they're hilarious. Once you hit 40, everything after that is funny.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you. Funny. Thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties. Thank you for being gracious.
No, don't worry about it. It's been my pleasure. My pleasure.
And hello to Krista.
Yes, I will let her know.
If you're ever in town again, hopefully I'm DJing somewhere and you can check out my set. You would love the stuff I play. I know you would.
I would definitely. I would love to.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be awesome. Yeah, let me know whatever stations you're on, and
Okay.
I'll share it with the gang. Let them know to listen too.
Awesome. Okay, and yes, if you can remember, if you want to write it down, Oh Sherri, Steve Perry would be freaking awesome.
Oh Sherri.
Yeah.
I would have forgot. You're right. My memory is garbage.
So is mine.
Oh Sherri, San Antonio. Yeah, no, that's the other thing that one's not as funny. That one's actually kind of depressing.
Oh.
The aging where your memory is just shit.
I know it sucks.
But it does suck. And menopause doesn't make it any better. So, that's what you have to look forward to.
God, and I'm already
I had better news.
experiencing like vagina issues. I don't need it. I don't want it, but it's coming.
Perimenopause. Perimenopause is a bitch.
Damn it.
And nobody warned us. And so I try to talk about it. I do talk about menopause a lot because I'm like, women deserve to know what kind of hell is waiting for them.
I know.
And so our parents didn't talk about it. And I'm like, we should be talking about this because it sucks. But yeah, the brain fog is real.
No, they were just extra moody, and we didn't know why.
Yes, moody, like you said, vagina issues, memory issues, hot flashes, aches and pains. Like, it's all dumb, and all of it's so stupid.
Yeah.
But, all I can tell you is it doesn't get better. I mean, anybody who told you it does is lying. It's lying. They're just so lying to you.
Oh, my gosh.
But I'm going to put you on the list. I will make sure JoJo knows I'm coming out to Oh Sherri. That'll be my little nod to you.
Yay! All right.
Yeah, all right. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. Okay, we'll talk soon.
All right, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh, she was so cool. The Real Slim Sherri. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check her out on tour. GenXTakeover.com for all the tour dates and info. Make sure to follow her on social media, all the platforms. Just search The Real Slim Sherri.